Good evening, good morning, welcome our dear audience. Today, a very special day, a leadership webinar, Together for Girls Leadership. Dear change makers, today we are here, you see, on this amazing stage. Amazing strong women, amazing strong men who will give us the support. And this session on Together for Girls Leadership is focusing on critical topics of girls' education and impacts of early marriage. Today, we will make our introduction to girls' leadership initiatives. We will have a panel discussion on girls' education, breaking barriers and enabling opportunities. It will give the insights into the impacts of the early marriage on girls' development and the question and answer session with experts in the field. Let's say we have women from all around the globe, from New Zealand, from Pakistan, we have from we have from Indonesia, from Croatia, and then we have our strong Professor Dr. James, the owner from the AVRD from Congo Democratic. We have Sir Kapil Bhargava from India. Together for Girls is an international private partnership dedicated to ending the violence against the children, with a special focus on sexual violence against the girls. United Nations agencies, civil society, and the private sector are collaborating with the governments, and we need to promote gender equality and improve the lives of the children, vulnerable children, and adolescents worldwide. So today, let us see the importance of girls' education, empowerment, economic growth, the health benefits, the social benefits, the reduction in violence. Lot of challenges to the girls' education, talking about the cultural norms, economic barriers, safety concerns, conflicts, crises, and the impacts of early marriage. So, what is the meaning of early marriage? So, we know that it is the marriage before the age of 18. So, first, today, I want to give opportunity, and I'm really honored and blessed to invite our great, amazing Professor Dr. James Panversa, the PhD from Congo, Kinshasa. He has a doctorate in human resource management from Vision for Excellence International University, USA, the doctorate of divinity from International Kingdom University from USA, master in human resource management from Medicine School of Business USA, master in projects management, a bachelor in social sciences. Dr. James Maveza is currently working as the Africa Chancellor of Vision for Excellence International University. We are really thankful to you, Dr. James, for this amazing webinar, for this opportunity. Also, we are thankful to our Dr. Corina Sujdea. She is working for the Excellence International University in the Europe. So, from the function of the chairman, from the chairman of the board of directors, from Africa Director of Global Education Network, International Corporation Director of University of Congo Democratic, Professor James Panveza is lecturing at several academic institutions such as Vision for Excellence International University, Independent University of Congo, Advocate International College of USA. He's author of many books, many digital materials. So we're talking about the impact of the human resource management of international NGOs in the Democratic Republic Congo, leadership and management for all, Agape Baptismal Manual, Agape Decision Training Manual. Welcome our great, amazing Dr. James Baveza.
Thank you very much, Prof. And or may I say, rather than expressing our gratitude for the presence of everyone, we are all special, we are all respected, and just without one of us, things may not go accordingly. And let me just use this opportunity to welcome everybody who have just sacrificed him or herself to make it, because I know it really requires a spirit of sacrifice that one may be working at this time. I've heard some of you saying that it's just 1 a.m., their places. I was crying when I looked at my time and I saw it was 10 p.m. So what of those who are working at 1 a.m.? You see, for me, it's a big sacrifice that I even don't know how to express my gratitude to your presence. So thank you very much, and I wish all wanna be well. The ball over to you, Prof. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. James. Thank you for your great words, for encouraging us, for supporting us, for giving us this amazing opportunity. And yes, today, tonight is a very important event. So now I'm really honored and blessed to invite our first eminent, great educator. She's coming from New Zealand. She is well-known Professor Dr. Siham El Kafati. Professor Dr. Siham, she is director and business consultant from the Arrows Research Consultancy Limited. She is Vice Chancellor, New Zealand for the Vision for Excellence International University. She is IIU Regional Director. She is Jan Continental Director for the region. Professor Siham is an entrepreneur, thought leader, inspiring mentor, influential speaker, international trailblazer. She is a meticulous editor, adult educator specialist, motivational force, and multifaceted scholar. She holds a PhD in environment management, a master's in education, a master's of public administration, and a Bachelor of English Literature with the honors. Before establishing her business consultancy, Arrows Research Consultancy Limited, in June 2014, she held various academic positions as head of academic faculty, business, finance, and English, director of research, science lecturer at guest lecturer in various universities and tertiary institutions overseas in the New Zealand, United Kingdom, and Singapore. Uh, she managed AO2, the University of Waikato, Manaku Institute of Technology, Massey University in New Zealand, Southern Cross University in Australia, and American University in Cairo. I can talk about Dr. Sikam till tomorrow, but tonight we are here to together to give a big support for the girls' leadership. So let us hear the magic word of our great Dr. Sikam. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Professor Nada. God bless you. I'm humbled by your kind words. It's a pleasure to be here with you this early hours of the morning in New Zealand. New Zealand is ahead of the world time-wise. So welcome from Aotearoa, the land of the long white cloud. Kia ora, guys. It's a very important topic that we are going to be talking about today. I think, as Professor Nada alluded, it is to do with the SDGs and its importance. It's to do with quality. It's to do with equity. It's to do with our beautiful planet. And of course, it's important to have fairness and equality. We know that both men and women are extremely important, but our young generation is actually what we count on. They are the ones who are shaping our future. And of course, today we're concentrating talking about our beautiful girls. So on this note, I would like please to share with you my my slides. Not sure it's okay. Technology is really beautiful when it works.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is gorgeous when it works.
Yeah.
It will work. We
Yeah,
know
I'm
it
just
will work. Don't worry.
no, it is working. It is gonna be working. I think you can see that. Here we go.
It's not a full. Can you put a full? Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was wondering, of course, and because we are from all over the world, as Professor Nara was mentioning, and this is the beauty of such webinars in order to discuss and share our knowledge and information and to know what is happening in different parts of the world. So I started looking at how can I actually concentrate on the topic on which part. It's a huge topic. So I decided that I'm going to talk about the role of the community leaders in promoting girls' education and delaying marriages. Lessons from here from New Zealand. So I will just talk about my research aim, the problem statement, the role of the girls and women in the New Zealand society in general, but I will be more specific on the Maori girls. The Maori are the indigenous people of New Zealand. And then I'm going to talk about the collaborative efforts to enhance the educational opportunities between the government of New Zealand and, our communities. And then wrap it up with the conclusion. So, as we all know, I'm going to be talking about what is the role of the community leaders in order to delay those early marriages with a particular focus on New Zealand as a case study. In many parts of the world, early marriages is actually a significant barrier to girls' education, and also this adds to the issue of the increasing the cycle of poverty, and accordingly it limits the opportunities for the girls, the personal opportunities, and also it impacts on the overall development of their communities. So here in New Zealand, we have a unique sociocultural landscape and a strong indigenous leadership that offers valuable insights into effective strategies for addressing these challenges. So the study examines the collaborative efforts between the New Zealand government, the local communities, and particularly the Maori leadership, which is our indigenous people here, in creating a supportive environment for the girls' education. It highlights the specific programs and initiatives that are led by the Maori leaders that have successfully encouraged girls to stay in schools and delay the marriage. So what is the problem? What's the problem statement here is that girls' education is a critical determinant of personal and societal development, as we all know. So there has been a lot of significant global progress, but still there are millions of girls that remain out of school due to social economical factors, cultural barriers, legal barriers. So one of the most pervasive obstacles to girls' education is actually early and or forced marriage. So this practice is not only in one country, but it happens in several countries, and this is impacting in providing them with educational opportunities. And it also increases the cycle of poverty, illiteracy, and gender inequality. So it is extremely crucial and important that we address this early marriage phenomena early enough, especially for girls, because what is our aim and what is our goal is to help benefit from equality in education. So what is the role of girls and women in New Zealand in general? They play actually a fundamental role here in the New Zealand society, and this has evolved over the years, reflecting the global shift towards gender equality and empowerment, as we have been mentioning about the SDGs. So in contemporary New Zealand, the girls and women play a crucial role here through various sectors. And I am sure that you've heard, of course, on the media, and you know that several times our ministers are actually females. So all the roles of women is in every aspect of life, whether it's politics, education, business, or even a community leadership. And the other noted thing is New Zealand was the first country to grant women the right to vote in 1893. And that demonstrates the long-standing commitment to gender equality. So this progressive stance also is an evidence in its policies and initiatives that is aimed to promote educational opportunities for girls and to combat practices such as early and forced marriages. If we are going to look specifically on the Maori worldview and what is the role of the girls and the women, this is actually rooted in their cultural traditions and values that emphasize the importance of family, which we call it whānau, and the community and their interconnectedness with each other. So the Maori society traditionally view women as the bearers of the genealogy. They are the guardians of knowledge, culture, and the environment. So accordingly, they hold a significant position within their families, within their tribes, within the sub-tribes, because they are always contributing in the social and the cultural fabric of the Maori life. So these integrations into the educational and social policies is very critical to promote girls' education and delaying early marriage among Maori communities. So what is the role of the Maori leaders and the communities to promote education? There is a holistic approach to education that incorporates cultural identity, community values, and well-being. And that supports academic achievements besides also fostering a sense of belonging and empowerment among Maori girls by encouraging them to pursue education and delay early marriages. So there is also a collaboration efforts to enhance education opportunities for girls. So how is this happening? By partnership between the New Zealand government and the local communities, which is very important in advancing educational opportunities for girls, especially within Maori communities. So let us look at an example of the government policies here. So what we have is there is an accelerating success, the Maori education strategy. This is a policy of the government, which is a strategic framework that is designed to ensure that the education system works for Maori students, including girls, of course, and focuses on increasing the participation, the engagement, and the achievement in education, which is leading to significant improvement in the educational outcomes for Maori girls. There's also the Pacifica education plan, which aims to raise Pacifica learners' participation, engagement, and achievement also. And because there is a specific need for the Pacifica girls to actually contribute and increase their engagement in education. If we're going to look at the community-driven initiatives, there is plenty of them. So there is the Kotahitanga, which is a professional development program designed to improve the educational outcomes for Maori students by enhancing effectiveness of teaching practices. And that initiative has been very successful to create culturally responsive learning environments that respects and incorporates Maori values. And that also helps in increasing the engagement and academic success of Maori girls. The other one is the Tertiary Education Initiative, which provides scholarships, mentoring, and support services for Maori students with a particular focus on girls. And that also proved that there has been a delaying in early marriages by promoting higher education attainment. There is also the Kura Kopapa Maori schools that provides education in the Maori language and are based on Maori cultural values. And that fosters a strong cultural identity and academic excellence among Maori girls, which again helps to delay the early marriages. There's also the National Primary School Kapahaka competition. Kapahaka, I'm sure that you've seen a lot on the TV or some of the advertisement. You know the All Blacks, and when they start their game in rugby, they do the kapahaka. So there are national kapahaka competitions for primary schools that celebrate the Maori culture through the traditional performing arts, and that builds the confidence, the cultural pride, and the leadership skills among the Maori girls, which also helps to keep them in the schools and delay early marriages. And finally, there's the Whanawora program, which is an approach to health. And as I mentioned, it is a whole approach. It is encompassing lots of factors, looking at social, economical, health factors in order to empower Maori families to achieve educational, health, and economic goals. So as we can see from all those examples of those initiatives and programs and government policies, it demonstrates that the Maori leaders and the community in New Zealand are effectively promoting girls' education and delaying early marriages. So integrating those cultural sensitivity and indigenous perspectives, these efforts not only enhances educational concerns, but they also empower Maori girls to become leaders in their communities. So in conclusion, the collaborative efforts between the New Zealand government and the local communities have been instrumental in enhancing educational opportunities for girls. As I mentioned, those policies and those initiatives, by integrating cultural sensitivity and community leadership, these efforts not only improve educational outcomes, but also empower girls to become leaders in their communities. And I would like to end with an saying from Nelson Mandela: education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And I believe that if you empower a girl through education, and she will empower the whole world. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Siham. It was really amazing. What to say? You choose a very important subtopic in this, the role of community leaders in promoting girls' education, and this lessons from the New Zealand, giving us the problem, talking about the roles of girl, woman, in New Zealand society, how to make this collaborative efforts, and what is the problem statement. So, girl, we know that this girls' education is really critical, as you say. So, today the practice, how to make the educational opportunities, how to, and I like this, how you are empowering this Maori girls, because Maori leadership today, as you say, is a holistic approach for the education. So uh, this community need to promote this girls' education with the government policies. You gave us all these policies, and so we will say that this effort between New Zealand government and the local communities, everything is first starting from our local communities, and this policy is you say kakita, a little for me strange to learn. So let us empower these girls. Let us empower all the women and make them to be leaders. They are already born to be the leaders. So we need to empower all of them. Thank you. A big clap for our Dr. Sifan. Thank you, Dr. Sifan.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now we are moving from the New Zealand. Let us move to one beautiful country also. It is in Indonesia. So from Indonesia is coming a very strong woman, leader, beautiful woman, Coach Diana, Diana Devi Nurfika. She's an entrepreneur. She's a founder and CEO of Bliss Education Center, CEO of Brancy firm staff. Besides that, she's also a certified entrepreneurship and business coach, ACT, RET therapist, certified NLP master practitioner, TESOL certified by Arizona State University, United States of America, certified employee performance coach, certified professional workshop facilitator, emotional intelligence trainer, certified group life coach, mental health advocate. In her leadership journey, she received many awards such as Empower Her Award 2024, Top Inspiring Global Voices, awardees of Exclusive and Extraordinary Remarkable Icon of the Year 2023 by the EcoCam Foundation and APTH, and many other international, let me see, pardon. As a mental health advocate, she became the best mental health advocate in 2023, and she got media coverage over 100 news in United Kingdom and United States. So also she has a community called Pool Empower. I need oxygen. Pardon, that she provides on social media to empower the well-being. My beautiful friend Gardiana is also my coach. So welcome, dear, and enlighten us.
Thank you so much, my dear beautiful friend, Professor Nada, for your lovely introduction as always. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. As our Professor Nada already mentioned, I'm from Indonesia, and I'm truly honoring grateful for the invitation and also to be here with all of you. It was such a great presentation from Professor Siam, and I love the subtopic that she provided. So now let me talk about how is everything in my country related to the girls or early child marriage. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Okay, is it visible?
Yes, it is great,
Okay.
Gardiana.
Okay, so we know that when we talk about a child marriage, we truly cannot ignore it. And it has been a truly long problem that every country must struggle to fix the problem, because when girls got married earlier, we know that they cannot get the opportunity like the other girls who, let's say, go to the college. Okay, because yeah, they just serve at home and so on. And when we talk about a child early marriage, then it's going to prevent so many progress of them. Okay, like we can see like 50 million girls are married every year before they reach 18 years old. In Indonesia, especially for the girls who are 20 until 24 years old, they got married before 18 years old. And actually, if we can see from the chart, the percentage is decreased from time to time because our government is trying our best. However, unfortunately, it's actually kind of the highest in Asia when we talk about the early marriage. Even though we have striving, we have tried our best to make a program with the government, we cannot deny from the fact that we are still having a truly huge amount of the increasement for the early child marriage in here. Okay, so in here there are 10 provinces in Indonesia that got a really high rank of the child marriage in early age. Okay, the first province with the highest rank is called like Nusa Tenggara Barat. Okay, my capital city is called like Jakarta. You cannot see Jakarta in this list, okay? But this province most likely far away from a big city. So let's say the more modern the places, we don't really documented the early marriage for the kids. But when let's say it's more like rural areas, not truly urban and not truly modern areas, then they truly get involved with the early marriage because of what? Because of the force of the parents. So when we want to talk about development of the countries, like my country is a developing countries, we know that the quality of child love is a measure of country's development success. And when we talk about the SDG, like Professor Siham already mentioned, this early marriage is actually related to the at least 7 SDGs, such as like eliminate the poverty, because we know that we began the marriage for the kids in sake of maybe just pay the debt and so on. So we also want to eradicate the hunger, like the goal number 2, and also we want to ensure the health of the child from the goal number 3, and also proper education for them. Okay, so many things that actually we can talk, even include the climate change related to the development in our kids. Okay, so in Indonesia, our government actually try to support. Okay, we make some policies, same like in other countries, that we make effort as implemented at least like 2 national policies. Like the first is with the Ministry of Women's Empowerment and Child Protection, has included child marriage indicator as one of the key indicators of child-friendly cities. Okay, so if the city is excluded with this implementation, then the development of that country, or sorry, the development of that city is actually decreased. So we have tried our best, but Indonesia is truly a wide country and we cannot always reach them one by one. So we need the time. Okay, so we know like a marriage of undergone children is not a solution to overcome economic or social problems. Like I have said, in Indonesia, we mostly began the early marriage with the pay debt, or maybe because the parents are sick and they cannot provide education or any kind of personal growth, and then they just give the kids, okay, just to solve their own economic or social problems. But you know, this actually this short or maybe not very great problem solving, it's only going to lead to another complex issue that we might have seen. Okay, so when we have witnessed the early marriage of the girls, we know that it's going to bring poverty, because they are more likely to be poor and remain poor because there's no educational growth. Okay, let's say you stay in the first tier, and then just because you got married and earlier, unless you married a very rich man, then you're going to stop, because there's no empowerment, there's no continual education. And with the education itself in my country, Indonesia, if girls get married earlier, whether they get pregnant and so on, our school always, all the time, drop out of them. So they cannot continue. Okay, so when we talk about the early marriage, of course, it's going to bring the the control itself from the parents, because sometimes our kids cannot say anything. It's truly tragic actually when we talk about early marriage in Indonesia, because yeah, the parents themselves try to force the kids. Okay, and they truly difficult to say who can they marry if it's related to the poverty. And then for the health side, like 5 times more likely to die in childbirth because they are just not ready. Okay, and also there is also a huge issue for the HIV and also the violence. And when we talk about early marriage, it's literally kind of the child violence for the kid itself, because they are got robbed for their own childhood and they are not truly ready to give birth and also to contend in any kind of the sexual treatment. Okay, so what we need to do to reduce this, for example, Indonesia, like same in the country, like we involve the community to educate the children for a better future, because we also want to empower them to say no. Like I have said, when we see or when we witness the parents force the children, we little have we have a little ability to say no, right? But when we want to educate the children, I think it's truly important also to educate the parents itself, because yeah, our kids, our children cannot choose who is going to be our parents, whether you want to born in the rich family, in the medium class, or maybe in the poor class. Okay, so they cannot choose. But as a parents, you have to understand that it's not our kids responsibility to solve our poor issue or our money issue and so on. Okay, so I think when we want to develop the understanding of the girls and also early marriage, we also have to teach in the community what is actually the impact of the controller parents. Okay, because we know that forced marriages always comes from either the family members or their parent itself. Okay, we have to educate them that this going to bring the emotional manipulation. Okay, maybe they can feel like the constant guilt trip, or maybe they even feeling confused or insecure. Let's say, okay, your friends at school got a new backpack, they got a new shoes, and you cannot, because me as your parent, I cannot provide it. So they just feel like emotional blackmail. Okay, and when the parents control them, that it's going to damage their self-esteem, because they just take away the self-confidence from our kids. They don't even provide the nurturers and also healthy environment. Okay, and the next step is that loss of boundaries. Okay, kind of parents who force the girls to get married is actually they violate the personal place. Okay, our kids deserve to go to school, deserve to play either in playground with neighbors or in the classmate. But when we force them to do something, we obviously cross the boundaries, even if our kids didn't tell us. Okay, next is also, I have witnessed in Indonesia, when the parents force to marriage, they don't even let the kids play outside, let's say 1 month or few weeks before the marriage or before the wedding day. And they put them in isolation, in the loneliness. So when you see like, okay, don't play with other girls because you are just different with them. Let's say one of the parents might have said that with the kids. And then you feel like, okay, maybe it's better for me to be at home because I'm different with them, instead of encourage the girls to be confident to hang around with them. Mostly this kind of control parents, they just let the kids itself feeling in isolation and pretend like they are the hero. Okay, it's better to be here at home, like I can provide you, you just need to listen to mom and dad and so on, and then everything is going to be fine. That's most likely the controller type. Okay, next is, of course, they're going to have the fear and also anxiety, because they controlling behavior it's truly can create a constant state of fear and anxiety, and they might feel like walking in the actual, like they don't want to get married, but I get no choice, and they're afraid even to say no to their parents. Okay, so this actually the control parents is such a manipulators, because sometimes the parents say like, I know I did that, like I gave a proposal to your marriage, but trust me, I'm not a bad parent. Trust me, this is for your future. That's kind of the sentence that they usually offer. Like I have a witness like more than three kind of the interviews during the government implementation to our new policies. Most of the parents try to be an angel, even though we have know the long-term impact of the girls itself. Okay, so this is actually not good. Sometimes also the parents say like, I did this for you, why you cannot do this for me? Like I gave you, I feed you, I bought you clothes and so on through all of this year, and now as I got a debt, why you can't help me to pay all my debt? Just get married with him, be happy, because that old man or that guy got a lot of money. Okay, parents also have to understand. So in the community, we have to also acknowledge this to the wider areas, to the parents itself. So when we want to educate the girls' empowerment, we also have to involve, because again, our kids or our girls have little to say no to the marriage forcement. Okay. So in the community, for example, in Indonesia, we try to tell our kids, our girls, like how to say no. Okay, just because you say no to early marriage from the first of your parent doesn't mean that you are a bad kid or you are a bad girl. Okay, so during the process in the community activities, we tell them how important to say no, even though we are trying to say it in a calm and also a relaxed state of mind, because we have to teach them that a complete sentence or a simple no is actually a great way to set us the clear boundaries. Okay, because when our girls try to understand the emotion, the feelings, or our parents' issue related to the money, they actually have to understand that they don't always owe anything of explanation, especially if the parents force them. Okay, and then in the community, we also taught the girls how to set a clear boundaries. Okay, you can be a good girl and choose what the path that you want to take in your life. Okay, so it is like, okay, girls, we gotta clear about our boundaries. What's your dream? I want to go to this degree. I want to be a doctor. I want to do that and that. Okay, just create clear boundaries. Okay, for example, like I won't answer your call after 10 p.m. if maybe the parents try to give you the contact of the man that you're going to get married, or I won't take this proposal because I want to pursue my dream. Okay, next is prioritizing a self-care. Okay, when we talk about prioritizing self-care, is truly great for the girls, especially the teenagers. Like I have shown in the earlier, the 20 until 24 years old girls who got married before 18, they actually lack of self-care. They don't nourish their mind, body, and spirit in the lack of the, let's say, a support. Okay, so we teach them how actually the love and the self-care can really make you a strong girls, can make you stand tall, even if you have to choose different path with your parents. So in this kind of the moment, like we teach the girls, like, okay, we have to understand the importance of self-care is not selfish. You love your parents, you can love your parents, and you can love yourself. There's no such a wrong thing in this way. Okay, next is building a support system. Don't isolate yourself just because, let's say, your parents say, okay, just prepare yourself, don't go outside or hang around with your friends because you're going to get married in the next 2 weeks and so on. Okay, it's truly important to reconnect with your friends or even the other family members, because I do believe that even if a parents try to force you to get early marriage, the other whole big family members might not 100% support. So you have to see clearly, like, who is going to choose your side to be a really mature girl, and also just wait until be ready to get marriage in a right term. Okay, so it's really important also to surround yourself with a positive and supportive people. Even if you think like the close family members cannot support you totally, you can always consider the other adult and also the other people who seems like great support for your life. For example, the leader of the community from your local area. Or if you cannot find the calmness or the support from your home, please just reach out to the local community area. So we teach this kind of things, and we give like a social media, because we believe that our kids love scrolling social media. They might cannot share the story directly with their friends, but so many girls in Indonesia, they love sharing videos on TikTok. Okay, even after the parents got married, so they love sharing so many things. So we encourage them, if you cannot share with your friends directly, maybe you can have a video call, or maybe you just simple can call them. Okay, but we also teach them how is the long-term personal branding of yourself. Like, don't come to the social media just to share any kind of your life problem. all the time, because it's going to be even toxic from your viewers. So this kind of the things we teach in the community in Indonesia, because yeah, the complex emotions that the teenagers have is truly brings so much more. And we step by step, at least during a short period like 3 months before they get forced into early marriage, at least we can teach them how to say no, or how to find a safer place if their parents try to force them. Okay. So, yeah, I think I come to the end of my presentation. Like I have mentioned earlier in the beginning, we know that this is such a long-term issues that might truly need all the collaborative efforts from all sides, because we have to truly end the child marriage now, because we know that our girls deserve and they also need the education, the better life for themselves and also for the future and also the family too. So we have to highlight when we talk about this, the empowerment itself is not only come from the girls, but also the parents. We have to educate the parents, like in rural area, when I ask, okay, why did your girl get married in 15? Oh, because I just got no money to feed her anymore. I cannot send her to school. So that's the best way. Okay. The best way from their perspective is always become the first choice of any kind of the parents in here, at least in my country, to send the kids to early marriage. But it's actually, we have to always embrace them, no matter what kind of the situation, always know that you got choices. Okay. And as a parents, you always have to remember that your parents never ask you, never beg, or never special request you to be your daughter, to be your girl. It's your responsibility. It's your gift from the God. Okay. So why you cannot take care of it? Okay. Why you even have to switch, or why you even have to pursue different things that truly can hurt the girls. Okay. So as the end of my presentation, I want to say, like, please encourage the girls in your area, in your community, how to set boundaries, which is truly important. But also, don't close your eyes to also educate those kind of old coupled parents who might suffer in a poverty, and to truly pour the mindset that you don't have to sell, you don't have to let your kids to pay your debt with their presence. Okay. Because it's truly important to set the growth mindset for the parents itself, so they can overcome, even though the life might be difficult for them, they understand that there is always going to be a choices. So thank you so much once again for listening, and also for giving me this opportunity to share this topic. Giving back to Professor Nada.
A big, big, big clap for our great coach, Kergiana. What to say? What to say? You say all. Dr. Sikam, after Dr. Sikam, you say. And yes, I can say that I'm really proud and you like a mother and your daughter and all what you say here tonight. It is really true, and I'm sure that when I started with the introduction, also our coach Diana is in the society, in the community, as a CEO and founder of the Bliss Education. She's helping. Uh, she's helping the poor children and the girls, empowering them for the education. This is a big problem we see in Indonesia, everywhere, in each corner of this world. It is a global problem, this child marriage. You show us the statistics in Indonesia. You explain us all about this. I first time hear this, and I'm really happy to learn about this in your country. This impact on controllers on our well-being. So our great coach give us this, and it is sure that everything today has a big impact on our well-being. So we are talking about the emotional manipulation. Uh, what is happening when we know that somebody has a girl, and that poor child cannot go to school. She needs to be at home, and also she needs to marry somebody who her parents find for her. So we are not living in that era. We are living in an era of artificial intelligence, and how can we do these things like manipulation, then this damage, the loss of the boundaries. There are a lot of, as Diana said, controllers, and we need to work on this because we see around us, we see many problems, but I think this is one of the biggest problems. Then the isolation. Uh, like an educator, we also in our classroom, we always need to know the situation in the family. So we always need to know that we need to know about the kids, about the girls, about also about the men, and this fear of anxiety. This is a problem. This is a problem of our society. Power of saying no. Thank you, Tatiana, for this. This is really important because we still don't know to say no, but we need to know. We need to learn to say simple no, setting the boundaries. You say prioritizing ourselves, our self care, and building a strong support system. So like for these girls, it is also time, always is a time for the action. And we need to act. We need to really act. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Our Professor James, what you say about this strong woman and this strong actions? You are muted. You are muted.
I was typing in our chat room, general chat room. I was like, since she has started presenting, I've been typing, and each of our words have been inspiring me. Each word that was coming out of her was having, a lot of interpretations that I've been typing down here. And I'm already having a book to write based on what I've just learned from Coach Diana Dewi Nirofika. Thank you very much. Soon you will have my publications that will be rooted on what you've just shared with us in terms of your experience and knowledge based on your community realities. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, let us move from Indonesia. Let us move also to one beautiful country and amazing lady from that country. She is beautiful, strong, powerful woman, Professor Shumaila Lakas. Welcome there, Professor Shumaila. She's the founder and COO of Educationists of Pakistan, Masters in Education with specialization in Educational Psychology from the University of Karachi. Me.Ed from Higher Education Commission, Pakistan. Hons in Education from University of Karachi. Certified Quality and Lead Auditor from Bureau Veritas, United Kingdom. First position in Civil Defense Instructor Training from Government of Pakistan. Honorary Doctorate from the United Nations Human Rights and Peace, member of Single Nation Curriculum Committees, member of Pakistan Alliance for Early Childhood Education, member of Karachi Chamber of Commerce Health and Education Committee, member of Educational Research Development, international speaker and an academic judge, international speaker and academic judge at IIU, India, at Global Trainers Academy, Saudi Arabia, worked as a quality auditor at International Center for Chemical Biological Sciences at the University of Karachi, associated as academic coordinator with the Beacon House and Social System. Early year lesson planner, works like early year lesson planner and teacher for deal students with ABSA School and College Karachi, conducted national and international conferences, seminars, symposiums, several educational workshops, organized the Pakistan's first Urdu Tadris Conference and Art Councils at the Karachi, Pakistan's first online international conference of education, ICE 21. I'm also proud to be on this conference. I'm also proud of this strong woman. She's an amazing educator. And not only that, she's working a lot for the woman. So this her strong institution, the institutions of educationists of Pakistan from the first day. I can say that this has a big, big impact not only on Pakistan and the whole world. So she receives many educationist award of the Community Service Award from Pakistan, Best International Judge Award from the Global Platform, serves as educational counselor, consultant, research scholar, and conference designer. She's qualified for training a woman building cohesive society, Project Arts Council of Pakistan, and she has a lot 18 years sound experience in different areas of education and special education. So we are really honored to have you, dear Professor Shumala, tonight with us. Welcome and inspire us, and the stage is yours.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Nada. Thanks for a wonderful introduction, very huge introduction. It is my God. I'm nothing actually. So thanks a lot. First of all, I would like to thank to Miss Nada, beautiful lady, and all the team members to inviting me here in a very wonderful and very amazing topic and very, you can say, a noble cause here. So thank you so much all. Thanks for inviting me. So now I want to share my screen. Yes. Okay. Is it visible?
Yes, it is great, Shumala. You can start. Great.
Thank you so much, Nada. So Together for Girls Leadership. So as you know very well, I am Shumaila Wakas, founder and CEO of Educationists of Pakistan. Now, the topic is, okay, this is now. Girls' education, impact of early and forced marriage. So now I can say my problem is the impact and the reasons, and you can see the reasons and the situation and what is the background. So girls' education are key to success. Education is a fundamental right and a catalyst for social change. Girls' educations lead to be better health, economic, and social outcomes. An educated woman cannot be exploited as easily as she knows and is aware of her individuality and rights. She will not be easily suppressed. Education of women can also help in eradicating many social evils such as dowry problems, side plugs, parents, and other problems as well. You can see early and forced marriage a major obstacle. So, according to research, marriage before age 18 affects 50 million girls worldwide each year. So, leads to dropped, yes, education, health, risk, and limited opportunities. Here. So, the negative impact include limited education. Child marriage often leads to dropped education, reducing future opportunities and potential for personal growth. Marriage, reduces opportunities. Child marriage is likely the cause of 3 in 4 girls having children before the age of 18. Greatly reduce the likelihood of girls completing secondary school. Child marriage reduce the future earning of child brides by 9%. You can see here effects and risk. the teenage pregnancy health risks more important. And because my background of educational psychologist I am, and I did my master's in education and specialization in educational psychology, and I am educational psychologist and psychiatrist as well. So I know very well the mental health problem, early age and forced marriage, the early pregnancy, health and physical health problem, and as well mental health problem. Early pregnancy and childbirth can result in serious health complication, even death for both the mother and child. And I saw this. I personally experienced this in my country as well. Okay, so this is the graphical condition. You can depressions right before marriages and depression rate after marriages. You can see here. And the effects of increased poverty, early marriages, early, you can say forced marriages, increased poverty, child marriage, premature poverty, and economic depends, making it harder for families to break the cycle. Social isolation is very important. Affection, child marriage can lead to social isolation, reducing social connections and community engagement. Harm to children. Child marriage can lead to physical, emotional, and psychological harm to children, including forced sexual activity and pregnancy as well. So there is some impact of child marriages, like violence, the right to education of both boys and girls, equivalent to child rape, increased instance of domestic violence, imposed family responsibility beyond their capacity, increased maternal and infant mortality, increased poor birth weight among infants. So even society suffers from child marriage. So you can say no, not the personal or individual effects. This is the society effects from child marriages. And there's a lot of you saw already, and my colleague also defined the situation: early child marriage, forced marriage, ending child marriage, and early child bearing could reduce fertility and population growth rates by about 1/10 in high prevalence country. By 2030, through lower population growth, ending child marriage could generate more than $500 billion in benefits annually each year. Countries would also save on their education and health budgets. So by 2030, benefits from reduced deaths and severe malnutrition among young children could reach close to $100 billion globally per year. Ending child marriage would also increase labor market earning and productivity for women and for nation as a whole. This is the situation where child marriage is still common in this new era, you can say in this new century, 21st century. There is many countries like sub-Saharan Africa, 35%, South Asia, 28%, Latin America, even the Caribbean, 21%, and worldwide, 19%, Eastern Europe and Central Asia, 10%, and East Asia and Pacific areas, 7%. So in developing countries, excluding China, 1 in every 3 girls is married before their 18th birthday. 1 in every 9 girls is married before they turn 15th. So in this new era, in this new century, the situation of whole country. Now, I'm talking about in my country situation in Pakistan, the girls' education in Pakistan faces major hurdles. This is a significant gender disparity in educational access, as evidenced by the fact that net enrollment rate for females is around 49% lower than that of boys. And the Pakistan rank at 134 rank at the bottom of the ranking that account for women's educational attainment, economic participation, and opportunity. And we are doing for this noble cause. And I am the CEO of Educationists of Pakistan and Global now. And I'm doing lots of training. I'm working on lots of project like girls education, girls trainings, teachers training, and different artificial intelligence projects, training of artificial intelligence. So this is a reaction of the action, we can say. After that, okay, how to stop early marriages. After that, I will describe my reaction now. How to stop early marriages? Education and awareness. This is the first and main things. Education and awareness. Educate communities about the harmful effects of child marriage on girls' health, education, and well-being. Second, support organizations. Different organization, they are working. Partner with organization working to prevent child marriages such as UNICEF, Girls Not Brides, and local different NGOs in your country, in my country, and all over the world. So we must collaborate them and advocate for policies, encourage government to enact and enforce law that prohibited child marriage and protect children's right, empower girls, support girls' education, economic empowerment, and life skills training to increase their autonomy and agency, engage communities, engage with religious leaders, community elders, and parents to change social norms and attitude that perpetuate child marriage. So this is the some uh, you can say some solution, this issue, some resolve issues. You can put your contribution like education and awareness, support organization, advocate for policy, empower girls, engage communities. So if you all can, you all CEOs and head of any organization, if you all can do something for girls education, so you must do this, please, because of one you can say one girl, one for education. This is the benefit of whole society. Actually, this is not the benefit, this is not the advantage of individual one. This is the impact of whole society, whole country, whole world, you can say. So now the reactions, and this is the reaction. Educationists of Pakistan and Global, my organization, I am the CEO. So you can say the every action had some reaction. So this is the reaction of an action: child marriage, abuses, domestic violence, forced marriages. So I made an organization for all, educate, the name of Educationists in Pakistan and Global, and we are providing the services, different trainings, different artificial intelligence training, teachers training, soft skills training we are providing here. And now the action is Girls Not Bride. This is the local community, and we must collaborate them, stop child marriage. And now the action is time for action, and child marriage now, and just stop this action, actually. So this is from my side. Thank you so much all. And I really grateful to you all together this noble cause. Thank you so much. Thanks, Nada, and all.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Shumaila. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. Really powerful. And we see what you are doing for the girls' leadership. And I can say proudly, you are doing that the whole your life. Still, you were a girl, you are fighting for this. So girls' education is really a key to success and needs to be a key to success, and we want a better health, economic, and social outcomes for all. And sure, all of these risks of health. So early pregnancy, if we're talking about the early marriage, so there are serious problems, serious complications. And we know that today we want everybody to be happy. And as you show us from the research that the depression rate before marriage and depression rate after marriage and how depression is growing. So this child marriage is making really problems. We need to break this bias. We need to break all of this. And here, like we tonight together, what we are doing, our voice need to be heard. So we learn. We talk about this impact of the child marriage, about this violence, about the rapes, about the society, how the society is suffering from this child marriages. And this is really the thing that makes us all very sad. And the situation in Pakistan, as you say, there is a significant gender disparity in the educational access. Only 49%, we can say for, lower it is for the girl, lower 49%. This is a big percentage. This is a big percentage, and how Pakistan is ranking on the 134 place. So let us educate our students and share this awareness, uh, supporting the organizations, encouraging all and encouraging the government, empowering our girls, engaging our communities. Your result, you show your result, your strong result, your educationists of Pakistan and global. And I can say that really our great Professor Shumaila is doing this now. He's finished a big cycle of artificial intelligence, great conferences. Now it is going again the campus. So these are also the actions for all the girls, for all the girls of Pakistan. So, time for action is always let us end the child marriage now. Let us stop with this. Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor Shumaila. Thank you. Thank you for your great speech and great presentation. Thank you that you confirmed to be with us, and I'm really happy. And I'm sure that we will have more opportunities, more great topics, more crucial topics, so we can be all together again. Big clap. Now we go, our strong ladies finished. Our strong ladies finished. But let us move to India. Let us hear the voice of the man. So we have with us respected Kapil Bhargava, the founder and chief strategist from Click Veda. Kapil Bhargava is a 10-year digital marketing professional with 12 plus years in strategizing the business, consulting the firms, training employees, and marketing professionals. He has been deploying the best and industry suited social media strategies, online reputation management, and customized strategies to the scale of the businesses and their revenue. As chief strategist, educator, and independent consultant, he has worked with the top of leading brands from almost every industry. Welcome, respected Sir Kapil Bhargava. Enlighten us with your speech. We are really proud to have you with us and to hear you after this strong ladies and after our great Professor James.
Thank you so much for the lovely introduction. First, I would like to say that Professor Seham is really the intellectual powerhouse, and I was pretty much sure that uh, she will splash all the intelligence to the floor, and so did by Coach Hardiana. It was really fabulous. So I thought that I should not have a presentation because everything already have been covered by them. So, being such I would like to say only in a small words, something because I study engineering and the logic very well. So I would like to be a bit logical from the very scratch. So whenever we are talked about, the first question that we are asked is that what is your mother language? What is your mother dialect? So that means the language and the dialect that is coming from the mother, who is the female. So that means that the first interaction that the kid does is with the mother. So we have to understand that male and females, they are in both very necessary for the society, but we have to understand from the basic that male are made for the challenging, risk-taking abilities, but the females are made for the community building. And if we stay on that point, we understand that how important and how vital it is to educate a woman, because or to educate a woman or a female from the grassroots, because if the community is nurtured well, that means the entire society, the world, and the entire continent, that will be great. And certainly, what we have to do is, as educators, some great minds, that we need to change the mindset of people. So if it is a grassroots level, tier three cities, tier two cities, or maybe tier one cities, we have to interact with people who are the right decision makers so that they understand the severity of that particular point, and then we be the iron when this hot. So this particular task we need to do it well, so that we do not wake people arithmetically, but rather we make exponential growth and we reach people in huge numbers, so that if we reach people in huge numbers, there will be a long-lasting impact. And that too, impact will be highly sustainable. So this is the point to all my people over here and all the people who will listen to this particular recording on so many platforms. The appeal and the request that if we are intended together to create some impact in the mindset of people and how the people thought, and if we are able to change the thought process, I think the work is 75% done. So that is the only words which I was intended to say that. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to say a few words among this cohort. Thank you.
Thank
Inse
you.
namaste.
Thank you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you, respected, for your great
Okay.
words. We are really honored and grateful to hear that from you, and especially because today, tonight, we are almost from each one corner of the world. I said tonight you have here on this amazing stage women from Europe, women from New Zealand, Australia. We have women from Asia and Africa. So, in one place, all amazing women. Now, before we close this great webinar, this leadership webinar, I want to invite our great founder, Sir Respected Professor James, to gave us a vote, gave us a conclusion at the end. We are really proud of you, respected Professor James.
Thank you very much, our beautiful and wonderful moderator, Professor Nada. I was not, you went beyond my expectations. I'm feeling so privileged having you on the board. Yeah, congratulations. You have made it. And we
Thank
believe that
you.
in the next opportunity, you want to make it better and better again. So thank you. I just want to express our gratitude once again to all the presenters all the speakers, all the participants, everyone who have contributed for the fulfillment, achievement of this session, which I believe gonna help a lot of communities worldwide, because it's recorded and the record will be shared in different grassroots organizations that is working on promoting girls' leadership. However, if I may go back to my country and conclude with this, unfortunately, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, where the AVRD and where myself I'm from, early marriage remains a significant issue with deep-rooted cause and complex implications. For example, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, we still have an issue with cultural and traditional factors, whereby many communities in Congo Democratic still adhere to the traditional practice that promotes, early marriage. You may find some kings still promoting early marriage because they are the traditional makers. In Congo, early marriage still, be the cause of poverty and economics drivers, the way one of the speakers mentioned it. We have economics hardship as a major factor contributing to early marriage. This side, you limit girls for not having, access to financial resources, and this, of course, makes them, envying leaving their homes and being somehow independent from their family, or being dependent of their husband in their forced and early marriage. This early marriage in my country is making a great education barriers to girls. It's also contributing to gender inequality. It brings conflict and instability. It's making a big legal framework. It's causing, and it's the root of health and well-being in risk for girls. In short, efforts to address early marriage in the Democratic Republic of Congo still require a holistic approach that includes legal reforms, economics empowerment initiatives, education campaigns, community engagement, and support for girls' rights and well-being. NGO, national NGO and international organizations work, alongside with local community to raise awareness, providing education opportunities and promote alternatives that may stop early marriage. What to say? With such a program that may help the community internationally, let me request that, as we have, contributed to this tool, I'm calling it a tool because it's want to help support and promote girls' leadership worldwide. We are going to make sure that your voices, your image is shared in different groups, probably using it as well as one of the tools that may help in making advocacy, particularly in the Congo Democratic, as well as in a big part of Africa. People should understand, local leaders should understand how limited we are, how limited the society is. I've come to learn from one of the speakers who have underlined that, early marriage can also hinder society from development. Imagine. So local leaders are thinking that by promoting girls, early or forced marriage, they are just limiting these girls and their families. They don't know that they are also limiting the societies. You get what I mean? So we have worked a lot what to say rather than saying thank you. Thanks a lot, and let me use this opportunity to congratulate each of us and request once again on behalf of Vision for Excellence National University and AVRD Great Lakes Congo Democratic. We would like to request again and again that you please accept our invitations for the next session, of which we are expecting to have 25 speakers. And this will also bring together both French spoken countries, representatives, Portugal's, and English ones. So you have been considered for the first one. You have also manifested your willing of assisting, helping, and contributing for the development of our communities. We kindly request that you accept to volunteer again and again for the next session, which will have place next month. Within the 25, the way we are here, we are already selected for the program. And I wish that Professor Nader keeps the same function of moderating, you know. Thank you very much. And then let me use this opportunity, as I have typed it in our chat room, addressing this particularly to Professor Shumaila, who did a good job, that we are planning for an event that will confer honorary doctorate degrees in Pakistan soon. We have been speaking to one of our focal points in Pakistan, I mean the VEIU focal point in Pakistan, and they were like, we should go to Pakistan before going to Romania because we have a program in Romania under the oversight of Dr. Corina, who is following us back screen. Dr. Corina, we know you are
Yes,
there.
yes, Dr. Corina is back
Congratulations for being
screen.
there. Dr. Corina Sujda from Romania. She's there, she can follow us. So what I mean is that probably we are coming to Pakistan. We keep in touch. Thank you for your contribution, Professor Shumaila. And by God's grace, we want to be together physically in Pakistan as soon as possible. Thank
you so
you.
much.
And
Thank you so much,
God bless.
Professor Zen. Most welcome. Thank you so much.
I have something to say. In the sequence of the manifestations, I have my team member who has joined us for the session, and she would like to speak a few sentences on this topic. And Dr. James, with your permission, will we give us a chance to keep the words?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so Preeti,
Welcome.
are you there with us?
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon.
Hello, Mitzi
evening.
Rathor.
Yeah.
So I want to say that in Indian society, the importance of girls' education and impact of early marriage are significant issue that need to be addressed. And girl education in India, empowerment education girls empowers them to make informed decisions, gain financial independence, and contribute privately to their communities. Girls' education is crucial for India's economic development. Educated women are more likely to participate in the workforce, leading to increased economic productivity. And health benefit, education leads to better health outcomes. Educated women are more likely to understand health important information, seek medical care, and ensure their children receive proper health care. Challenges in many Indian societies, culture, norms, and traditional priorities, boys' education over girls, limiting opportunities for girls to attend school. Poverty focus for many face risk of violence, harassment, and discriminations on their way to and at school discouraging attendance and leading to dropout. In negative effect, health risk, early marriage leads to early pregnancy, increasing risk of mental and infant maturity. Young girls are not physical mature enough for children, leading to complications. Early marriage often results in girls dropping out of school, limiting their future opportunities and perpetuating the cycles of poverty. Border impact, poverty girls who marry early are more likely to remain in poverty and have children who also face limited education and economic opportunities. That's it. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, respected. Thank you for your great speech. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you, and this is very important that you speak here with us. I want to say before we end this session, big thanks to our great Corina, because our Corina united all of us. And yes, she's in the backstage, as we say, but she is making photos. She is monitoring all. She is here with us always. Dear Corina, thank you. Thank you. And we are proud on you. You are doing really a great job. And I want to say that from the first day I meet our great Corina, she is giving her 100% in the work, in the education, and also for all of us. Thank you, dear Corina.
And we would like to thank you, Nada, to host this particularly. It has been a very great effort to be a host on this platform
You know, Professor
where
Nada don't
people are
like to
there
be a
to
host,
spellbound.
but
Yeah,
to Corina, I always say yes. I don't like to be a host, but
absolutely. So, yeah.
I for here always, and for Professor James and Corina, and this always.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. James. Thank you, Dr. Corina, and everybody else. That's great. The recording will be given to everyone and will be distributed on social media as well. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. And let me say the last gratitude to Mrs. Rator, Missile, for opening your camera. We were trying
Thank
to
you, sir.
imagine how maybe looking this speaker. Finally, it's a very beautiful icon from India. You are most welcome. And also address our gratitude to Mr. Kapilu, who have shared the invitation with you. Thank you very much. Over to you, Professor Nada.
So if we have any, we come to the end. So if we have any questions, we can make this question and answer session. So once again, I want to thanks to first our great Dr. Siham, to our coach Diana for amazing presentation, to Dr. Shumaila, to you respected Eric Kapil, and of course, to our Professor James and to our Corina for this amazing webinar together for the girls leadership. So how will we finish this session? What is our conclusion? What we all bring this and we say yes, that first we need educated girl. We need to empower them. We need to provide the knowledge, skills, confidence. We need to encourage the participation in social, economic, and political life. That is the meaning of empowerment, economic growth. No economic growh without a educated woman. So we need to do this more to work and give the higher incomes. Even when the woman is not working, she needs to have the income. So this is a contribution to economic development of communities and countries. Health benefits lead to better health outcomes for the woman and the families. Reduce the rates of maternal and infant mortality. We know what is happening around. Social benefits, reduction in violence, so increase the participation in the human rights. Everybody needs to have the right for living and right for working and right for deciding alone and bringing the decisions. Nobody can bring the decisions for us. So educated girls will always be less likely to experience this violence. Then we know we have new challenges to the girls' education. So with the cultural norms, so gender stereotypes will discourage girls from education. Social expectations will prioritize boys' education over girls. Economic barriers, so poverty forces families to choose between educating boys and girls. Early marriage and child labor lead to school dropouts. Safety concerns, so this harassment and violence in all our schools and all our things, conflict crisis, lacks of infrastructure. So there is no part that we didn't touch. We touch all of this. We need to reduce, we need to beat against the poverty cycle. Girls who marry early are more likely to remain in poverty. Lack of education and job opportunities, economic disadvantages. So let us give them the legal challenges, strengthening the laws, making this access scholarships, bring to the girls the scholarships. I say tonight here we have here volunteers who are giving to the girls, to the poor people donations. So we need to save the schools. And I hope that in Africa countries, in Congo and everywhere where we have problems, that it will be solved. And yes, thankful to our professor who is working because we wouldn't have this session if this is not important. So I'm sure that addressing the challenges of girl education and the impacts of early marriages requires a multifaceted approach. Here, multifaceted approach involving all the reforms, legal reforms, all the educational initiatives, community engagement, economic support, health services. So implementing these strategies, what we learned to what all of you bring tonight here, implementing these strategies, we can create a world where every girl has the opportunity to learn, grow, and lead a life free from violence and discrimination. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, till our next event, stay safe, stay blessed, and let us continue to learn and grow together. Let us continue to bring new solutions, to bring new strategies, to develop the new strategies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Till
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You all are doing wonderful job. Thank you so much.
Bye
Stay
bye.
I'm
connected.
like I should
thank
think
you.
about requesting Professor Siam, Professor Nader, Coach, that we have a physical conference immediately after our next mega online program. You guys are very wonderful, and we believe we can still change. We can have great impact all over the world through your experiences. And I'm like, does the online session enough or sufficient to bring or to consume what you have in a good way? I think by God's provision, we'll be thinking about having a physical conference in the days to come. Good night, good morning, thank you, goodbye, and congratulations to all of us.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Congratulations.
you,
Yes.
everybody. God
Bye.
bless
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye bye.